Stop letting your team waste hours manually sorting business emails. Every minute you spend manually figuring out if an email is a sales lead, a support ticket, or just spam is time you could be actually growing your business. In this video, I'm going to replacing that entire manual workflow with a single agentic AI system. We're building an n8n workflow that reads your emails, makes intelligent decisions, and updates your Google Sheet database automatically. Before we build the system, let's quickly make n8n simple. n8n is a visual automation builder. Instead of writing code for every step, you build a workflow by connecting small blocks called nodes, and each node handles one action. There are a few concepts you need to know before we start. A trigger is what starts the workflow. The AI agent is the part that reads the data and decides what should happen next. The model is the brain behind that agent. Tools are the apps the agent can use to take action. Once you understand the function, n8n becomes much easier to follow. Now, let's look at the AI agent system we're going to build. This workflow will classify incoming emails into 4 groups. Sales covers pricing requests. Support covers service or system problems. HR covers recruitment emails. Spam covers emails that don't need business action. The full flow looks like this. Gmail brings in the unread email. The edit fields node cleans the data before it reaches the agent. Gemini reads the message through the AI agent node. The agent returns structured system. I have prepared an AI email agent workflow playbook that contains everything about this workflow. If you comment AI fire down below, I'll send directly to you. Continue. A human review gate catches unclear emails before the workflow takes action. The switch node sends confident emails into the right branch. That's the system we'll build step by step. Before we start building, prepare a few things. An n8n account to build and run the workflow, a Gmail account for the inbox we want to monitor. You also need a Google Gemini API key so the AI agent can access and read your Gmail. For storing business data, prepare Google Sheet, Excel, or any database you already use. We'll use it to save sales leads and support tickets. Prepare Telegram to send urgent support messages or human review alerts. For HR emails, prepare a Google Drive folder. This is where CV attachments will be saved automatically. That's enough for this build. We don't need a complicated setup at the beginning. We will improve the system after the workflow runs correctly.
By the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to AI Fire. We cover the most important AI updates every day. Our goal is simple: help you stay ahead without spending hours sorting through the noise. So hit subscribe, follow AI Fire, and keep your AI advantage growing.
Now let's build the workflow I mentioned at the start, an autonomous system that sorts new Gmail emails into the right category. Start with step number 1, set up input for the agent. The first node should be the trigger. Click Add First Step, then search for Gmail trigger. Choose the trigger that runs when a message is received. Connect your Gmail account before doing anything else. After that, look at the poll times. Set the mode to every hour, then insert number 5 in the minutes section. Next, filter for unread emails only. This keeps the workflow focused on new messages. Run the Gmail trigger once by clicking Test Event button. If a table shows up in the output field, it means your trigger is working. At this point, the workflow has the raw email. Raw email data can be messy, so we'll clean it before sending it to the agent. Add a new node after Gmail trigger. Search for set or edit fields. Inside this node, we'll keep only the fields the agent actually needs. For the first field, create sender. Set the type to string and drag the from value into this field. Then create subject, keep the type as string, and map it to subject. Next, create body. If your Gmail node only gives you a snippet, use this one. If you have the full email body available, use that instead. After that, create message ID. This should be a string and the value is ID. I also recommend adding thread ID as a string using the value I show on screen. This helps if the workflow needs to handle email conversations later. Next, create labels. Set the type to string and type this. It gives the agent a clean list of labels like inbox, unread, or category updates. Now create has attachment. Set the type to Boolean. In the value field, click the small expression button next to the input, then paste this expression. This will return true if the email has an attachment and false if it doesn't. Finally, create attachment names. Set the type to string and paste this to map the file names from Gmail if they are available. Once these fields are ready, run the node once and check the output. The result should be much cleaner than the original Gmail data, with only the fields the agent needs for the next step. Now execute the set node. This small cleanup step makes the agent easier to control and much easier to debug. With the inbox data ready, we can connect Gemini and create the agent. In step number 2, we need to connect the AI model. This node is the main decision point of the workflow. For this build, we'll use Google Gemini, so we need a Gemini API key first. Open your browser and go to Google AI Studio page. Sign in with your Google account. Click Create API Key. If Google asks you to choose a project, you can select an existing Google Cloud project or create a new one for this workflow. Once the key is created, copy it. Now go back to n8n. In the AI agent area, look for the chat model connection. Search for Google Gemini chat model. Select it, then choose My Own Credential. Paste the Gemini API key you just copied. Save the credential. Choose a Gemini model that supports chat and structured reasoning. Open the AI agent node. Set the prompt source to define below. Paste this prompt. This prompt keeps the agent inside a clear lane. It can only choose from the 4 categories we gave it and must base the decision on the email content. The JSON format also makes the next routing step much easier. Run the AI agent node once. Check the output. Your JSON should look like this. If it does not match the result I showed, fix it before building the rest of the workflow. A messy agent output will create problems in every later step. Once the output is clean, we can move to the step 3. Now we'll turn the agent output into workflow logic. Guardrails keep the agent output predictable, so the workflow doesn't break when the AI returns missing fields or messy JSON. Routing logic then decides where each item should go next, turning the AI's answer into clear automation paths. First, add a step to pass the output of step 2. Find code node and choose JavaScript. Then paste the code as I show on screen to the code block. Click the execute step to run this step. The category should return one of 4 values: sales, support, HR, or spam. Confidence should be a number around 0.9. Once the AI output is passed, add an if node after the code node. This if node is the human review gate. It checks whether the workflow should continue automatically or stop for a human review first. Set the first condition to check if confidence is lower than 0.75. Then set the second condition to check if needs human review is true. Make sure the if node uses OR logic because either condition should be enough to send the email to review. If the email is unclear or low confidence, the workflow should go into the review branch. In that review branch, add a Telegram node and choose Send a Text Message. This message should go to your admin chat or review group so someone can check the email before any automatic action happens. Use this message template. Test this gate with a vague email. A simple test message could be, "Hi, I want to discuss something with your team." The agent may still guess a category, but the confidence should drop. When the review gate works, this email goes to Telegram instead of moving into an automated customer reply. This is the safety layer that keeps the workflow usable for real business messages. Next, add a switch node after the false branch. Set the switch node to read the category field. Then create 4 category routes: sales, support, HR, spam. This gives the workflow a clear decision structure. The AI agent reads the email. The code node cleans the output. The human review gate handles uncertain cases. The switch node sends confident emails into the correct action branch. Finally, test the human review gate. If the passed output has confidence around 0.9, it should go to the false branch and continue to the switch node. If confidence is lower than 0.75, it should go to the true branch and send the Telegram review message. When both paths work, the workflow has a safety layer for unclear emails and a clean routing system for confident emails. Next, we'll move to the next step. In step 4, we'll build the action branches for each email category. At this point, the AI agent already knows whether an email is. Now, we need to turn that decision into real actions. Let's start with the sales branch. Under the sales output of the switch node, add a Gmail node. Choose reply if your Gmail node supports replying to the original thread. Use the original message ID from the Gmail trigger, so the response stays inside the same conversation. For the reply message, keep it short and simple. Use this reply template. A short confirmation usually works better than a long AI-generated sales email. After the Gmail reply, add a Google Sheets node. Choose Append Row. Select your lead tracking spreadsheet. This sheet will act as a simple lead database for the workflow. Map the fields one by one. You just need to pause the result as I show on screen to see how I map. Once this branch is set, sales emails can get a quick reply and also be saved into your lead tracker. Now build the support branch. Support emails usually need faster attention, so the first action should be a team alert. Under the support output of the switch node, add a Telegram node. Choose Send a Text Message. Set it to send a message to your support group or admin chat. Use this alert template. After the alert, add a Gmail reply node. Use the original message ID to keep the reply inside the same thread. Set the reply body to this template. After the Gmail reply, add a Google Sheets node. Choose Append Row. Select your support ticket spreadsheet or the support tickets tab inside your existing tracker. Each column should be mapped to its own value, just like we did in the sales branch. Now the support branch can alert the team, reply to the customer, and save the issue into a simple ticket tracker. Next, move to the HR branch. Under the HR output of the switch node, add an if node. This if node checks whether the email has an attachment. If an attachment exists, send the email into the true branch. In that true branch, add a Google Drive node. Choose Upload File. Select the recruitment folder you prepared earlier. Then map the attachment binary data from Gmail. For the file name, use a simple format like this. After Google Drive, add a Gmail reply node. Use this HR confirmation template. Now handle the false branch. This branch means the email looks like HR, but there is no attachment. In that case, add a Gmail reply node and ask the sender to send the missing CV or file. Use this template. Quick recall for HR branch. If there is an attachment, save it to Google Drive and send a confirmation. If there is no attachment, reply and ask for the missing file. Finally, build the spam branch. Under the spam output, add a Gmail node. Choose Mark as Read. Pass in the original message ID. You can also add a Gmail label for auditing. Use the spam label. At this point, all 4 action branches are ready. Now the workflow has real actions behind every category. In step 5, we are going to test the full system we have built. I've already sent 5 different test emails into my Gmail. Each one is designed to trigger one path in the workflow. Open the n8n execution log. This is where we check whether the system made the right decision for each email. Start with the AI agent output. For the sales test, open Gmail first. The sender should receive a short reply in the same email thread. After that, open Google Sheets. The sales email should appear inside the lead tracker with the right subject. Next, check the support test. Telegram should show an urgent support alert with the customer email, priority, and issue summary. Then check Gmail. The sender should receive a support reply in the same thread. After that, open the support tickets tab in Google Sheets. A new ticket should be saved there with the main support details. Now check the HR test. If the email included a CV, the file should be saved in the recruitment folder in Google Drive. Then go back to Gmail and confirm that the applicant received the HR confirmation reply. If there was no attachment, the workflow should send a reply asking the sender to attach the missing CV or file. Next, check the spam test. The spam email should be marked as read. It should also have the spam message label if you added that label step. Finally, check the vague email. This one should go to Telegram as a human review message. That tells us the guardrail is working. If something lands in the wrong place, debug it in order. First, check the AI agent output. If the category is wrong, adjust the prompt. Then check the if node and switch node. If the category is right, but the email goes into the wrong path, fix the routing. After that, check the final action node. If the branch is correct but the action fails, the issue is usually credentials or field mapping. Once all 5 test emails land in the right places, the system is ready for publishing. My biggest takeaway from this build is that the hard part is designing the workflow around it. For beginners, yes, this kind of system can run into small errors, but that's also why testing each branch separately matters. This makes debugging much easier because you can see exactly where the workflow breaks. Another thing I like about this setup is that it works well for internal teams. Instead of one person manually checking every email, the workflow gives the team a shared system. The main lesson is simple. A useful AI agent needs more than a good prompt. It needs a clear workflow in order to meet your expectation. And that's the full AI agent system built with n8n. If you want more practical AI automation workflows like this, subscribe to AI Fire. I will keep updating AI news and preparing the helpful guides. So remember to turn on the notification and comment AI Fire down below to get the full AI agent system playbook. Goodbye, and I will see you in the next video.